Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Kingdom of Bulgaria here at EU5. It is April of 1356. I'll try to keep the episode a little bit shorter today, maybe, but I am completely addicted. I know the game has its issues and things that maybe could work better, but I am completely addicted to the game. We have 129.76 ducats, 5.6. Good lord, that seems like, I don't know. In my headset, the music just sounds super, super loud. With 36 stability plus 0.04, 872,000 people, 546 to the good, 44, sorry, to the good. 93 stability, not stability, that'd be amazing. 93 legitimacy, also a good thing. 36 prestige, negative 0.23 monthly, and we have no war exhaustion. We have no soldiers, no sailors. Constantinople's market, we have plus 2.454. We're making, although we do have fruit is a good that is needed. We are integrating parrot at 84 and 3/4, let's say, percent. We're still cracking down on the nobility insurgents, and we're trying to expand our dye farm in Tarnovo. Non-integrated provinces. You can see there's 5 there: Ismail, Toplica, Bulgarian West Mutetia, South Altetia, and Bulgarian Vardar. Close to be the target of international organization. We are dealing, of course, with the rise of the Turks. Nobility is currently unhappy, although at 49%, they're pretty much, where we want them to be. A bunch of tanneries are unprofitable, but not remarkably so. We are missing a lot of workers at Ismail and Chervin. We do have truces that are going to expire in 1358 with Serbia and Wallachia, and we can claim the throne against Epirus and Wallachia, and then we have a claim on the province against the Golden Horde. That will expire in 1358. Nobility ally with foreign power. The nobility often prove unruly subjects of the king, seeking to resist any infringement of their autonomy and seizing any opportunity to strengthen their position. This often includes making kamikaze with foreign powers. Recently, several key figures appear to have struck an agreement with Hungary to advocate a pro-Hungarian course of action in return for certain favors and promises. While not exactly treason, this behavior is certainly detrimental to our interests. However, reining them in is likely to prove no easy matter. We will deal with them later. We'll lose 10 legitimacy. We are just barely above the 6 ducat mark in monthly income, which is just amazing from where we have been, right? We are ranked 49th in the world. We are still working with King Ivan Alexander Stratzimir, who is 55 years old. He is, of course, a male. He has 3 sons. All were born on the 1st of January, 2 years apart. Our heir, Duke Michael, is 34. He has 4 children. He has 4 daughters. His younger brother, Ivan, it's a good name. He has 4 children. He has 3 sons and 1 daughter. And then our youngest, another Ivan, who is 30. His wife died. She was part of the Piast dynasty of Poland. He has Ivan Alexander, who is 12. So we have 9 grandchildren. We have 5 granddaughters and 4 grandsons. The dynasty should survive. The dye farm in Tarnovo has been expanded. We are continuing to try to build roads, right, to try to connect our towns before we eventually do try to create a marketplace in Tarnovo. I don't know if that's going to happen in this episode or not. Probably not. And I'm debating whether or not to have him go straight away for the Nogai Patriots. They have 6,000 pops. I mean, our army, while just levied, is almost 8,000 men, so we should be fine. Or if we want to try to have him begin the integration process as well of another province, because we do have, what did we say, 5? Like Ismail, and potentially getting them integrated might help with this. Maybe. I don't know. Oh no, we're just underneath 6 ducats a month now. Um, which is still an amazing improvement from where we have been. So I have 140, we'll call it 142. If we wanted to build a road, I think Toulouse would be 172. So we can't do that. 350 to dress. Good lord. If we just wanted to go to Sherwood, though, it costs night. That seems high. That seems really freaking high. Dude, you're flat land and continental and grassland and... Okay, well, we do have hills. Road building time plus 100%. Food production negative 10%. Expanding raw materials time plus 25%. The house of... Oh, dear. We are shaken. There seems to have been a misunderstanding regarding the heritage of the father of King Ivan Alexander, Stratsimir's mother. It appears that Shishman's true father... Shishman, was a lowly peasant. If we deny it, we'll lose legitimacy. If we acknowledge it, we'll lose 10 prestige. Changes his nickname to the False. We'll acknowledge it. I mean, I am the ruler, so I don't need to be worried about becoming... his father wasn't Shishman, but okay. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Right, as the ruler, I don't need to worry about whether or not the fact that I'm prevented from becoming the heir because I'm the ruler. So it's a little late for that. But like, you can say, hey, we came from humble origins. We're going to try to lead Bulgaria to, greater greatness and prosperity, right? Hey, look at that. We're up to 6.44, which is amazing. It's the most money we've ever made. Now, compared to like what England or France or Hungary or the Ottomans or, yeah, right, the Golden Horde, Castile is probably making 6.45 is pathetic. I get that. But we are going to go here. They have the most people. They're also the least integrated. Vardar is the most integrated. 7.4%. And the second most people. And this is actually where Silver Mine is. Right? No? Nope. Okay. Our Silver Mine's already down here. So... Now, technically, Vardar here in Serbia, they have more iron. They've got silver here in Kratovo. Serbia. Guess what, guys? You might be in trouble. Right. So because we have the road issue, got 100 ducats to build a road. Flatland, 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 but it's going to cost a ton of, right? What would it cost to build a road from here, like 178 to go 3 provinces? We don't have 178 either, right? Right. What? It costs 143 to build. That's worse than there. Like that, like legitimately. What the hills? Okay, like hills at hills, right? Yeah, sure. Um, what would it cost again to build the road from Tardover to Roos? 172. 'We're getting 0.56 out of the 2 tax there, getting 0.17 out of the 0.6. I mean, realistically, I don't know that we really need. Okay, fruit. We're -9 food. We get 4 fruit because of the resource gathering. .5 profit per level. How much fruit are we missing? 0.56. That's it? We're missing 0.56 fruit? Ability to do irrigation would cost 34.6. I'm going to take 0.25 masonry. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Right, because we have the peasants, right? And we don't actually need ability to do irrigation. We don't actually need peasant to do anything besides have peasants. We put that down. Right? And to try, because hopefully that'll help with the fruit. Then we are going to build a road to Shrevrin, which will help market access, proximity, and all of that crap. So now we're down to 28.33 ducats. But the road network is going to expand, which how much is that going to really help us? I don't know. Like Well, you can see here, right? Liskovitz, it definitely helps. Plovdiv, despite the fact that it's got a road connecting it, has no right to the capital. The proximity is awful. Um, so that should help, right? Hopefully, the irrigation also helps with the lack of fruit. It should, right? In theory. Intensive agriculture, food production plus 10%. Agriculture is the base of most societies for as long as they have records. In recent times, a series of advances are being developed, improving the productivity of our fields and farms and allowing for greater food surpluses. So that should also help with the fruit, obviously. But more importantly, just like in general, the amount of money we spend and the fact that we're always missing food, hopefully that, becomes less and less of an issue, right? We're at 88.68% at Perrin. Oh God, who are these other morons? I don't know. Just I mean, I get it, right? If you're a slave, you'd want to rise up. I can respect that. But I literally just crushed you. I'm going to crush you again. I mean, I apologize, Vardar. I would have loved to have gotten you integrated, but I'm not having all these damn rebels come up. And one of the things I do need to get better at, admittedly, is how buildings impact the population happiness in each province, right? That is something I need to pay better attention to. I'm not going to deny that. Right. Strevin to Roos, what is that in terms of a road? 74.64. I really don't coming back here to the proximity to the capital. Why is Plovdiv so bad? It's got road. Like it's already got a road. We can't afford the 385, obviously, but that's frustrating to me. That is frustrating. I can't lie. Um, that does frustrating. Like we built the road there for a reason. I mean, good God, all these mountains down here. I'm almost terrified to think about what that's going to cost me to build a road anywhere. I, Ironically, it's really not that bad, which is kind of sad. I mean, that building through mountains really isn't much more expensive than building through hills. Although, I guess it makes a little bit of sense. Um, we don't have anywhere close to enough money to build Bayless, which is something we need to do. Uh, like up here, Market Village, it just doesn't. They're just not very profitable, right? Like 0.07, 0.10. Like we could build a settlement, which migration, attraction, and population growth. I mean that's nice. Like those are not bad things. Is it worth spending the money that we don't really have at the moment, though? I don't know. I'm not sure how this didn't change. We got 10% more fruit production, so we should have more fruit. I mean, we're still at negative 6.59. So it'll be interesting what that does. Um, the CAFA market will run out in the next 2 years. Okay. I mean, that's not good, don't get me wrong, but it's like, I don't know what, I mean, I know what you want me to do about it, right? So saying I don't know what you want me to do about it, it would be inaccurate. But at the same time, that is going to be the benefit of creating our own market eventually. Um, like we do have farming village already, forest village. Yeah, just not. We can't afford a bailiff. Um, a charcoal kiln would help a little bit, although we're kind of on the verge with lumber, so that a rural cloth maker, now fiber crop, 50 ducats, 0.10, right? That's not bad. Um, that's a little bit of an income, but yeah, you can see negative point nine lumber. We don't have the lumber really for that. We have masonry, which is good for building. Again, the proximity is 53%, Roos is 45, controls 61%. So I mean, we're doing okay. So building the road there, I don't know if that's really, is it needed? I don't know. 104, and we're under 6 ducats. That sucks. Um, don't know exactly why, but we are. Hopefully getting parent integrated, right? Because we're getting nothing, right? Um, will help. And really that's where the integration, right? We have 17,000 people here. Um, that's really where the integration obviously has its biggest benefit. So we do have another road built. Because my goal is to try to connect as many of our towns as I can before we build the market. Because you can say, hey, look, we now have a road network that's going to facilitate the movement of goods throughout the market. Even though we obviously have a lot of areas here that don't have roads. But hey, we're back up. Yep, 6.38. I like seeing that. When is our 1360? So we got a couple of years. And our truce actually doesn't expire till 1358. So that'll work out. That'll work out. I think he does go down to integrate Vardar right away. Canneries again. I really don't know why that struggles so much to stay profitable. Like, why? Market access 44%. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't help. Drastar, market access 63%, leather guilds. Yeah, they are using livestock. Okay. I mean, $6.27 ducats. Again, that's not a lot of income, right? Wayward weather, in Dubno, Pacific North Current, food production 25%. Okay. I mean that helps. We don't have a navy, so naval attrition really doesn't affect us at the moment. Love a navy. I'd also love regiments and regular soldiers. That's something we could definitely hopefully do in a relatively short period of time. Build a sergeantry. I do think try to strengthen the economy a little bit more first would be a prudent idea. Of course, you could make the case having a strong enough army to repel invaders would also protect the economy. I mean, that's not nothing, right? I can understand that argument. I do think I'll continue building roads though and economic buildings. I am kind of ready for. This is going to sound really bad. I am kind of ready for King Ivan Alexander the False to die. Like he's 56, right? He's tolerant, loose lips. He's craven. That's not great. Um, we're up to 6.43. I think that's again been about what our maximum income has been so far in the game. Still missing people at Tutrakan, and then a lot of people all over the place. Mostly in Ismail, but a few other places as well. So what would this road cost me again? 74.8. So that's 2 months. Cotton. 0.86 profit per level. Market village plus 0.11. We would produce a little bit of glass, a little bit of beer, a little bit of weaponry, a little bit of jewelry, a little bit of pottery. Take 50 for 0.11. We have 718 burgers in Turnovo. Tools Guild with Spinners Guild. What are we using to get? We're using silk. So we're not using cloth. So the Spinners Guild really doesn't make sense then. A brewery would actually have the most income. Carpenters Guild would also have income. We're almost up to 92% on Perrin. I like it's frustrating, right? That it takes a long time to integrate provinces, but I do think it's realistic, and I do appreciate that at the same time. Marriage arranged for Felinos, Katsatitos Felinos has announced their marriage to Teodora Nemjik from Prairzen. Could have married him, right? He is 54. That's right. He's a clergy member. And then this is Michael. Yep. Eris Berry of Barcelona. Elisa de Alban of the County of Fars. Or if we went to Shito Bagratoni. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. Wait a minute. My youngest son. There we go. Ivan Asid Strassimir 31 will marry Shito. They'll give us 2.51 prestige. They'll gain 1.52. I feel like that was the right decision there. I feel like that was the right decision. All right, so Chevron, I'm not really seeing us make more money, but we have a few more men, right? So and we do have that levy modifier, so our levies are 25% more effective, which is why I think we've been able to win a couple of wars against people. Well, that and Serbia and Wallachia are not super strong, right? They're not super strong, so there is that as well. Just it says it goes up by 1.5, right? It goes up by 1.66 each month. That's what it tells me. But it doesn't, I don't think. Because if it went up by 1.66 each month, it should be at 94.2. I think it's going to be at 93.2. I think, yeah, it goes up by 0.6. So I don't know why it lies. It says it goes up by 1.5. I don't understand that. We do have unprofitable trade. That's unfortunate. One of the greatest and richest merchant families in the Kingdom of Bulgaria decided to reward us for our just rule with a sizable donation. Thank you. As well-respected traders who built their fortune from commerce, the families developed a reputation as generous patrons of religion and the arts. Now, with this newfound wealth, we can strengthen our coffers or give patronage to new talents. One artist, Dionysus Stoyanov, has begun to achieve some renown in local circles, claiming his services can be quite the boon for the court. 53 ducats, or gain 15 prestige. I think that guy's laugh was kind of psychotic, to be honest. I don't think we have any arts, right? We'll do that. We'll invite the artist. and say it's part of expanding our kingdom a little bit. Oh dear God! All these fucking rebels. Sorry, they just multiply. They really, really do. The Mongolian patriots, the Moldavian patriots, the Nogai patriots. We get a lot of patriots against us. Um, I don't know. I sorry for the pause of my talk communication there. I kept thinking to myself, like, with all the patriots and the rebellions right now, does it really make sense to spend money on roads? Right? Maybe it does. You can make the case that building economic strength would, obviously lessen the amount of time it takes us to get the money to build roads. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do an economic building. Hopefully, that'll cost around 33 ducats, right? Which will put us down to around 60. Then we'll hopefully be able to start saving some money, and then we'll get up to where we can maybe build the road to Roos. I really want to get freaking Perrin integrated in this episode, so I do apologize that this episode might run a little. They are starting to get to be about an hour 20 minutes in length. I do apologize for that. I try to keep them roughly around an hour in length. Um, Obviously, if I move the speed faster, it would take less time to get through a couple years. But I do like the two type speed because I just feel like it's more realistic. Like I've said in a few episodes in the past, I feel like it's just a better representation of the passage of time in real life. So currently we're at negative. What are we? 6.7 on fruit. So yeah, I know. Fruit is also unprofitable, as is rice, apparently. It's not as unprofitable as it says, though. So I'm not quite sure on that one. Um, Peasants' power will go up by 25%. Market access will go up by 50%, or 0.5%, sorry. Food capacity up by plus 50. Trade advantage, trade capacity each increased by 0.1. I mean, market access is... What is market access? 57%. Okay. Bogdan, Stratsevere could have a better education. But that's 50, isn't it? Nope, it's 34.6. All right. Bogdan, do you have any traits? No. We'll give you a military education. You're one of the youngest sons we have, so. All right, we're at 94. Good Lord, 94.6. Or 5.6, sorry. I really wish it would go up by the 1.5 that it says. I don't know why it tells me 1.5 when it's really 0.6. That makes no sense. We are up to 880,000 people. I think the max. What was our high water mark population wise? 1.28. So about 500. All right. Still the Black Death basically away from that. I mean, I like the fact that it takes a long time to integrate. I'm not really. Wow. Okay. Um, yeah, I know you keep. Fine. I don't really care about that, but okay. Um, we are building a market village. They get the irrigation built. Market village not quite as profitable down there. Um, we'll get to September, then we'll see what the game will say in terms of fruit production, right? In Drastar. Ooh, I guess that could be a good yeah. Okay, it's down to 0.52. So it's a little bit better. Pretty clearly, though, we are going to have to expand. Which isn't surprising, and it's not the end of the world. Wait, does somebody over here have fruit as well? Yeah. Okay, but it doesn't matter. We get 4,000. Okay, well, we get four. We get plus 4 fruit no matter what. Okay. So never mind that. I was thinking maybe we'd get more fruit from a rural settlement, but no. So no longer telling me that the trade's unprofitable. Overall, we're now, yeah, very, very tiny impact, right? Okay. I mean, that's unfortunate. Good Lord. I mean, I almost wonder. No, they can't. I was gonna say, I almost wonder if they could integrate the same province at the same time, but no. And I get like the population size and all of that matters, but it's just like it tells me it goes up. The province progress growth is 1.66. So it goes up by 0.65. No, that doesn't add up to 1.66 either. Like that'd be 3. Like even if you just get rid of the 5, 6 times 5 is 3. Well, 30, right? So 0.6 times 5, I believe, should be 3, right? Even if you just add it, because then it's 1.2, 1.8, 2.4, 3. So I guess I get it that it goes up by 0.65 because each location goes up by 6.65. But then why do you tell me it goes up by 1.5? Like, that doesn't make sense. June 1st, 13th. Good Lord. That's my only complaint about the integration process. Make the numbers match what the game does. That's it. You do that, and I'm good. We're above 7 ducats a month. Sorry. I was just really excited by that. We're going to go broke. I don't know if I want to go broke. $252. Like, it's tempting. It's very tempting. 150 to go there. It's very tempting. Now, of course, the hope is, maybe incorrectly, but the hope is that when this parent finally is integrated, we'll be able to get a little bit more money. I don't know if it's, I don't think it's going to do anything for our population, but more money, right? Maybe a few more resources as well. The market village will give us a little bit of money, not a lot, but a little bit. Is there anything we can build here? Tools, spinner skill just doesn't make sense, guys. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. The brewery, 0.35. But everything takes wood, which we don't really have. So when is this going to get done? June of 1358. June of 3. Of course, better advisors would also move it along better, but and a smaller province probably would take less time. We are researching supply limit, right? Um, we are slowly starting to, fill up our workers, right? Which is good. Um, Make a pull in Market Village. Again, they're going so slowly. I'm going to leave them alone. I think I'll take out the Moldavian Patriots, although the Mongolian Patriots are also roughly about the same, so it really doesn't matter too much, I guess. Um, all right, in the Constantinopolis market. All right, let's look at the goods by balance. What are we missing? Fruit, saffron, rice. Okay, wood. We're even on still. Coal, we're even on. Jewelry, we're actually growing. Sturdy grains, we just barely are eking out a positive. Dyes, same. Silver, we're not doing anything. Fiber crops, okay, we're actually not doing anything. Everybody keeps telling me to build a brewery. Plus 0.9. Beer has been a pillar of gastronomy since it was first brewed in the Neolithic. It became a widespread drink in the Middle Ages and was the object of the oldest food quality regulations still in use, of Bavarian Reinheitsgebot. Everybody wants me to build a brewery. Bunch of drunks, man. Do we have a brewery anywhere? Huh. Interesting. But there is the fact, yeah, I don't think we have enough. Well, can we wait? Okay, we can use wheat. Can we use wheat to make brew beer? Yes. We can't build a scriptorium. Why can't we build a scriptorium? Do we already have one? Oh, that's right. It's up here. Oh, and it requires dyes. Shit. We don't have a lot of dyes. We have outer ducats again, just barely, but we do. The Philosopher's Stone. Groups of alchemists have gathered before the court to desired funding to expand the research. Their proto-scientific language wrapped in mysticism speaks of great bounty, gold for base metals that cured any plague, and an elixir of life, perhaps even the discovery of the Philosopher's Stone. Of course, court experts advise against funding this group as they have no track record of useful alchemical discoveries. Fighting alchemists will probably lead to some kind of discovery, though it is hard to tell if they will actually meet their stated research goal. We can lose 10 prestige. Yeah. I would like to spend money on research, don't get me wrong, but Radomir Avrahamov has died at 55. Died from dysentery. Konstantinos will be our new cabinet minister. And that cost us 14 ducats. Or 12. Whatever it was. I don't think we can expand dye. Nope. We're maxed out on dyes at turnover. Was it this place? Yep, they have dyes. I do think building the fruit, right? Because we're is going to help improve the satisfaction of people a little bit because we'll be missing less on the market. Well, what's interesting is also he's a different traits than the guy he replaced. But yet we're still just losing a negative 0.31. Maybe that'll change when we get into February. And also, he was 55. This dude's 57, but he won't die. Which, again, sounds bad that I want my ruler to die, but it would be kind of cool to move on to the next ruler. Oh my god, he had a son. Sorry. Another Ivan Alexander. Apparently, it's the only name we could give a boy. But he actually has a son. After 4 daughters, he has a son. We are in the age of Renaissance. So the dynasty is safe. Like, there's no doubt about that. We did build. I like to build the fruit farm in Drastar. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. Although we are at 99.13% now. How is it still going to take you till June? Okay, I guess. I don't understand how it's going to take till June because we should go to 99.7 in March and then 100% in April. So, and even if you said it one more month into May, What the hell's going on from May to June? I don't understand that one. So we have a market village, we have a fruit farm being expanded. Both of those are theoretically going to give us money. The road obviously could also give us money, by we make it a tiny bit more here, but not a lot really. Um, is helping proximity a little bit, I guess. It's helping control a little bit. We are up to 8,200 levies. So again, like we have a reasonably sized army when it comes to levies, and we do have that modifier, as I mentioned before, about our levies and their fighting ability. Yeah, Kappa, we know. You suck at producing food, we know. Um we'll crack down on the Moldovan patriots. Again, to me, it looks like April will get this integrated, but the game's telling me June. Um, fruit, pearls, and rice, sturdy grains again. Um, I don't know why they're angry. 50%, right? They're green, but okay. Tanneries, we know we do need to declare war. Well, but that's only if we wanted to claim the throne of Wallachia. But that was a thing. What are they building? A toll castle at Rovno? The hell's a toll castle? I know what a castle is, but what's a toll castle do? I mean, like a toll road, I would expect, but beyond that, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's still saying June 1st. I don't understand how it's still June 1st, but that's what the game's telling me. Um, 86 days for the fruit farm, 80 days for the market village. Now, again, hopefully we have gained cores. Bansko, Krupnik, no spot, enough crop are now part of our patrimony. Up to 8,300 men, 7.88 ducats monthly. Uh, what the hell? We're broke. We have 2.95 in the bank, but we are building a road to Rus. Um, God, our tax base is terrible. Um, I mean, not surprisingly, right? But this road was built, previously, right? It was the existing road. We've now built out this one. We're trying to go to Drawstar. Eventually, right? And then Varna through here. Although honestly, we might go like that way to get Schumann and Targovisti. Um, is this the town? No. Okay. No, Burgess isn't a town. Interesting. Right. So yeah, going here, then here, and then up, and then of course, well, Biden, right? Eventually, trying to connect the western part of the country as well. Um, I do think we're going to go down here to the Mongolian Patriots, try to crack down at that rebel group again. It is a bit of whack-a-mole right now. The location of Beldic is now considered part of our patrimony. We don't have a navy. We are making 8 ducats a month now. Plans are currently being made for a minor reform of our navy. New tactics, weapons, and commands are some of the areas being discussed to improve our combat efficiency. I mean, we don't have a navy, so okay. It'll be done on what? Integration should be done on May the 1st, 1337. Dude, it's 1358. What the hell? I'm so confused by that right now. But we do have 8,300 levies. So, I mean, again, our army should be able to smash Serbia, should smash Wallachia, should not have an issue there. Obviously, the Ottomans, that's a different story. The Hungarians annexed Bosnia. Bohemia is huge. I do think Castile pushed forward a little bit into Portugal. It's hard to say. Morocco's kind of consolidated a little bit there. Georgia doesn't look like they've really done a whole lot. Maybe lost some lands here to the Shogunate horde. Is that Kiev? Grand Principality of Vladimir and Muscovy. Okay, so the Golden Horde is getting wrecked. Then we have the Noble Horde right here, which okay. Making 8 ducats about this is pretty cool. Obviously, we're not going to be able to build anything for a while because we have no money. Hopefully, like the market village, the farms, eventually will help. 76.3. Because again, like it'd be really cool. We have finely integrated Perrin. The Mongolians are so angry because we don't tolerate Sunnism. I mean, I get that. I do. But forget you guys. We are up to 8.804 ducats a month. So that really didn't actually do much. Our army's a little bit bigger, but not really significantly bigger. Market village of the Skivets. We'll see what that does. Play a couple extra months, see what happens. Expanding the farms, 3 days away. See what happens with that. 85 days on the gravel road. Yep. Drastar needs RGO workers now. If we could get to the point where we could focus more on integration than rebel crackdowns, that'd be awesome. I don't know that that's going to happen anytime soon. The game of whack-a-mole might continue. 53rd ranked nation in the world, which I feel like we should be a little bit better than that, but okay. Kaffa again, yeah. Coal and distillery. All right, so fruit is gonna, the supply is gonna go up a little bit. That'll be good. Um, we might build a spine network in Wallachia and say, you know what, we just want land from you. I'm not really interested in putting my daughter on the throne, although that is something dynasties did historically, so maybe that is something we'll do. Right? I think the Golden Horde is maybe on its last legs. Maybe. We're not going to build much for a little while, right? I mean, we are making more money than we used to at 8.1, but it's going to cost us a lot to build roads. It's going to cost us a lot to build bailiffs and sergeantries. So, in that regard, I think it makes more sense to save money, right? We have almost researched the supply limit. Renaissance planning, RGOs in towns and cities. That might help with the dyes. Literacy, stability, literacy, clergy satisfaction. The autocephalus of Tardelgo has been weakened. Gilich, Mersk are no longer in us. We don't have any subjects. City rights cost -10. Founding town. Unchanging tradition. We'll go for that one. Um, Right, so we did Liskovitz to Targovisti to Schumann, Ovich to Varna. Well, okay, actually. Yeah, then we would draw star up to Ismail and then Varna up, right? That would actually make subsets. 8.23 ducats a month again. Like that is by far the best we have ever done. By far. Which is sad, but true. This dude will not die. He is now 57. I didn't mean to click on that. I wanted to click on my son. He's got just the 4 children. He still just has the 1. This dude's got 5. Another Ivan Alexander. I think that's what all my father, his father is Ivan Alexander. He named Ivan Alexander. We're gonna have like 5,000 Ivan Alexanders running around. That's gonna get confusing. Like that legitimately is gonna get a little confusing. Right? Everybody's freaking Ivan Alexander. That's kind of funny. Well, we did get our supply limit research. Unfortunately, we also lost a lot of money. And come to think of it, I think the music has left us. Which is a little disappointing. Why the hell did we lose money? Whatever. Well, we're also slightly less effective at cracking down on the Moldovan patriots now. Why? Okay, we're back up to 8.32. I'm a little confused by that though. Like, why does it drop at the beginning of the month and then it goes back up? That's a little, that mechanic's a little weird to me. Hey, you lost money. Hey, 2 weeks later, you made money. We got paid again? I mean, what happened? I'm not like, I don't mean to complain because it obviously is good for me that we're making the money. I'm just like, I don't understand. Although you could say, okay, we're not paid for goods to build the road anymore, so I can understand that one. 75.91 is what it would cost. And 176 to build that at once. I mean, I know this is going to be dumb, right? People don't care, but I am really kind of excited that I built this northern road. Hungary just has one road going through. They got a little bit down in Croatia, right? I'm a big fan of building roads, right? I like building roads. That's what they should have named my king, the road builder. I am the road builder. Again, like we lost 44 cents right there. 45 cents now. Why? I mean, I get market fluctuation and all that, but it's just like, and then we'll see here in mid-October if it comes back or not. Yep, now we're back up to 8.36. I don't know if that's more or less than what it was previously, but that's the part that cracks me up. Is like it's just like, oh no, okay, oh no. It just the living market does kind of crack me up, but again, it is a living market, so I can appreciate that. So if I wait, I can build another road right to Toothrakan, right, which is our main supply of lumber, and you know do all that stuff. Or I could try to build, more economically based buildings, right? Maybe for the burgers to try to jumpstart the economy a little bit more than road building does. Because, like, if I go here to Trivana, okay, the market village does nothing for me. This market village is disappointing me. Um, do we need? Okay, we're perfectly balanced on furniture. And wood. And jewelry. I'm trying to find paper. It's glass, I think. Yep. Okay, so we do need wild game. Is this paper? Silk again is unprofitable. Dear God, we lost about a ducat that time. What would a scriptorum cost? Plus 34.47 plus 0.12. A royal court, we don't, okay, we can't afford it. Now the library, cultured foods plus 0.10, pop promotions B plus 10, monthly literacy plus 10, 0.10%, sorry, 5% max literacy growth and institution growth 25%. I mean, that makes sense. Silver and gold. The brewery is still saying, hey, man. Oh, wait. What did the library need? Books, though? Yes. Do we have enough books in Bulgaria? We do. Interesting. Um, God. Well, wait. Where's this place? 0.15 per level. That, yeah. Okay. And that is true that I'm not gonna stop trying to trade silk though. Um, we are gonna try to declare war on Wallachia. I think in 1359. Do they have any allies? Oh, Byzantium. That's right. And Halych. Interesting. Okay. So this time we stayed at 8.35, but we lost money during the month. That's interesting. Because we're buying food? Are we buying food again? Yeah, well, not that much. Okay. I really should start spending more money on my forts. Does Serbia have any allies? Byzantium again. Damn, Byzantium? Um, I don't, yeah, right? Now we could build that road. What does that road going to cost me? 75. So in February we could build the road. What would a sergeant tree cost me? 37. Now, well, it would make our army more professional and a better fighting force. It also would also obviously increase the amount of money we'd have to spend on it each month. So there's some give and take. Oh God, the nobilities are. I swear. I am very, very tempted to just let these morons rise up and crush them. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe that's what I should do. They have 172 pops. Like they have 6,000. Like why? I don't think I'm gonna worry about the nobility at 172 pops. I maybe that's wrong, right? Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I should. But if they want to rise up, go for it. The income hasn't changed this month, so apparently it's stable. Uh, that's what I don't totally understand. Like it'll go down, then it goes back up. So, but then sometimes if it goes down at the start, then it stays. I'm tempted to build the road to Tutrakan, right? Just because it does almost get us to Drastar. And none of the other economic buildings are really going to make a huge difference. And a bailiff, unfortunately, go unless things have changed. Or we could build a bridge, proximity cost, 250 laborers. All pops from commoners gained 3.65%. Happiness. Um, and Constanza also. Well, build a bridge. Um, and then I think Drastar is where we would eventually build. Although we have no labor, so that's interesting. The hell? A granary? Yeah, so we're not going to build anything for a while at Drastar, apparently. Um, God, I could play this game for hours and hours. Um, we are building a brewery at Sliven. So we're down to 18.69 ducats again. March of 1359. That's where we're going to wrap up. We're building a bridge here, which we don't have the lumber for. Now, again, the bridge is supposed to help with the proximity, somewhat similar to roads and the bailiff, right? And the proximity is negative 1% right now, Plovdiv. And that's our biggest town by far, right? We have 39,000 people there. We have 15,221 in our capital. We have 52% market access. That's interesting. 26% control to 100, right? So, ooh, 8.84 ducats. Look at us go. And the brewery and the bridge should help with both of those things. God, and again, I know the episode has gone on too long, and I apologize for that, but it is just, I am loving this. We are actually like, this dude might be named the false Ivan Alexander, one of like 5,000 Ivan Alexanders in Bulgaria right now. But I feel like I could be wrong. I could be wrong about this, but I really, really feel like we're on the right track where like the income is getting a lot better. The army, yeah, okay, we do need to try to get this artistry built so we can get some dudes, but we've got almost 9,000 levies. Right, if we did go in here and declare war on Wallachia, Poland would join us with 9,500 dudes. We will probably lose this war. Damn. Really? Interesting. If we called Poland in, okay. That's interesting. It might just be. My guess is it's mostly because of the fact we don't have any regiments and soldiers. Um, Fruit is better. Who are you fighting? Who are you guys fighting? Um, the Karasids. Interesting. Now, the only problem is they are allied with Serbia and Wallachia. So I'll. What is this? I'll, I don't care. Ooh, they want to move men through for 25.36. Okay. Gave them military access. So we might not be claiming the throne of Wallachia anytime soon, but yeah, we could build it. Ooh, we could build a bridge down here. Or we have 1,000 burgers. Nine ducats. We are making 9 ducats, bitches. Caught red-hoofed. All living creatures in our kingdom are subject to the laws of man, regardless of whether they can comprehend them or not. Recently, a sow has been caught murdering a consuming a child. It now stands trial. Okay, and now stands trial. Crime. It is imperative that the authorities uphold the impression of maintaining the laws and order of the land in an insidious manner, even if the defendant may not be human, granting it a tribal which observes legal customs to the fullest extent provides the people with greater trust in the system. However, one can call into question the expense of giving a full trial to an animal which is incapable of making use of it. Perhaps animals should be given hastier trials that are less expensive to Yeah, we'll continue towards traditionalists. Making money would be nice, but I don't want to lose stability. Yeah. God, that is interesting. The cow did it. The cow attacked us. I do think the fact that we don't have a professional army is a problem. Connecting various towns, cities, and settlements is vital to maintain the rule of law and central authority. By constructing a bridge, we will improve the movement of people and goods alike. Negative 10% movement cost, proximity cost, negative 5%. So we are building that bridge down here in Costenza because they also have negative 1% proximity. So we are kind of going crazy here on the building projects. But that is where we're going to wrap up the episode. We did give military access to Wallachia. Probably won't be, obviously declaring war on them then. Ivan Alexander Stratsimir has come of age. He's 50, 39, and 45, so he kind of sucks. Thankfully, he's not going to probably be our heir. We're getting close on being able to start integrating more provinces. We're getting there on the laborers. Well, actually, fruit's difference has gotten worse, so never mind that part. Hopefully the bridges help, right, in terms of the proximity to all that. Our military is actually getting right 8,600 men. I do want to build a sergeantry. Like that might be the last thing, the next thing that we do, right? What would that cost me? 37.14. The other thing I think I might do at some point, the episode keeps going longer and longer. I apologize. Is encouraging migration to Chernobyl. Ooh, we could call it Singlet. 100%. Could we 41% promote Castle? Support the state, nobody cares. Connect the census, nobody cares. Promote urbanization. Haskovo, I don't want that. Promote a member of the clergy. Promote member of the burghers. Castle works. Fort buildings cost. We would lose some stability. Support the state, nobody cares. Okay, but he would gain the ability. A cathedral. We don't have the money. Connecting to census. We would gain stability and population growth. Vassal Longoff would come in. He kind of sucks. That's not worth it. Fine. Everybody gets a little bit happier, but the cost of the court does go up by 2.5%. Yeah. All right. I want to get to July, and then we'll wrap up the episode. And the reason for that is we're going to build a sergeantry at Turnovo and say we are going to start creating a professional army in Bulgaria, or at least have manpower, right? God, I could play this game all day. I really, really could. I am such a nerd. I love the mechanics. I know not everything works perfectly. God, I could play this game all day. It's very much like CK3 and Football Manager 26 for me. Football Manager 26, a lot of problems, slowly getting to where the game should have been when it was released. It's not perfect yet. Maybe it will never be perfect, but it's getting better. CK3, love it, love it, love it. And again, this game, is it perfect? Does everything work amazingly? No, no. But it's getting there. It is getting there. I believe. Oh God, we had okay. Well, typhus is back. That's not good. But I am going to do what I said. Boom, sergeantry being built. So we have a bridge. We have a sergeantry. We have a brewery. We have 4 building projects. I don't know the last time. I don't know if we've ever been able to afford 4 building projects at once. Our rebels are getting better. We are going to probably start focusing more on integration now. And even though we're at about 10 ducats, and I'm going to hate this, we are going to go here, call them. Oh, wait, can we? We don't have 50%. Okay, well, we're in session. Okay. Expand. Okay, that's right. That guy sucks. I don't want that. Okay. Okay, 30%. That was a mistake. right? Only 30% support trying to promote a member of the clergy. Although that is going to help the clergy become more happy with us. All right, everybody. Thank you for your time today. Sorry it went so long. I'll try to, but it does let us get to 3 years, which is kind of cool. We are building a sergeantry, so we're going to get men, a professional army along with our levies. Our rebels are getting better, the ones that we're cracking down on. Hopefully this helps with the proximity of the movement down here to our capital. And then we're building a brewery in Slovenia. We're finally building something outside of our capital. And our income is amazing from where we were at the start. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. I will wait for August because it's July the 30th, right? I don't know what we'll do next. Right? Building the roads. Integration for our government, that is easy. That part's easy. I think building the road to Drastar, I would love to get connected to Varna, right? Get Targovisti and Schumann because they've long been part of our country. And then building a market in Tarnovo, that could also make sense. But anyway, that's for the next episode. Thank you, everyone. Take care, stay safe, and I will talk to you later.